Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to do an assumptions video. I asked for your assumptions over on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, then the handle is down in the description below, so please go over there and follow me. Just to start with, I apologise for any background noise. As I mentioned in every video, we do live with other people, so there may be some background noise that you may hear. But let's get into it. Okay, so I'm not going to say who said what, obviously. I'm just going to read out the assumptions and then just answer them. So I'll say who said the first one. Georgie said, "You don't like coming to Zinc with me." No, Georgie, I don't. Anyone that's not from around the Wiltshire area, Zinc is it's a nightclub, but it's not the nicest. So yeah, I don't really enjoy going there. I don't really enjoy going to nightclubs. It's not Zinc in general. It's nothing against Zinc. It's just I never really go to nightclubs. So I thought I'd just start off with that one. You're really smart. Now, not to toot my own trumpet, but I do get this quite a lot. I think because of the job I do, working in finance, people assume that I am smart. I wouldn't personally say that I am. I like learning things, but I get frustrated when I can't learn something. I wouldn't say I'm particularly smart. I wouldn't say I'm not smart at the same time. I didn't do too badly on my GCSEs. A-levels were a bit questionable, but then I'm not very good in exams, so I guess I wouldn't say, like I said, I wouldn't say I'm smart, but I wouldn't say I'm not smart at the same time. You seem to be an animal lover. That is correct. I absolutely love animals. Growing up, I always only ever had a cat. It wasn't until he passed away, my brother then got a dog, and you probably would have seen maybe some pictures of him. He's on our gallery wall as well. But yeah, I'm obsessed with dogs. I'm also, we live with a dog. That sounds strange. We live with a dog. Jason's brother and his girlfriend have a dog who we also live with, and he is also very cute. Both the dogs are very different in their own way, so yeah, I would say I'm an animal lover. Yeah. You are creative in the kitchen. I wouldn't say I'm particularly creative in the kitchen. I just like trying out new things. I like following new recipes and just getting a feel for some other kind of recipes rather than having the same things all the time. I did go through a stage of when I felt like I was eating the same food all the time, so I do like having different recipes. And when I followed Slimming World back last year, I enjoyed trying all the different types of recipes there and working out what I did and what I didn't like. You would like to get married one day. I would like to get married one day. Not for a long time, obviously. But yeah, I would definitely like to get married one day. I'm one of these people that I know where I want to get married. I know what I want my colour scheme to be. I know what my dress is going to be like, hopefully. So yeah, I have got it mapped out in my head. Obviously it may not go like that, and I'm not expecting to get married tomorrow or even get proposed to tomorrow. But yes, I would definitely like to get married one day. It's always been in my plan. This one's quite funny. If you're at an Indian, you would have a korma. I would, but I do also like a tikka masala or a jalfrezi. We often get those takeaway boxes that you can get from the supermarkets, and we tend to get a tikka or a jalfrezi or something in there as well, but I do like a korma. Also, just to say, sorry if the lighting's off, it's just that I'm using natural light. So it might be quite bright, or the sun may go in and out where it's going down for sunset. Do you prefer a cosy night in to a night out? Very much so. Like I said before when I said about Georgie's assumption, yeah, I am not really a person that goes out. I like going out for cocktails, I would prefer to go out for a nice dinner, nice cocktails, couple of drinks, and then home by like 1. I'm not really someone that enjoys going out. I like going to a pub and having a few drinks, but I don't really enjoy clubbing. I just never really have. I've never really been a person that's enjoyed clubbing. I like it now and again, but I really do have to be in the mood for it. This one, my friend Holly, who I work with, said, that you're as excited as me for McDonald's to reopen. I am, Holly. I have been craving McDonald's. I do love a good McDonald's. We live quite near to a McDonald's as well. So I do like getting a McDonald's, so I'm very excited for when that eventually reopens, hopefully not too long. You'd like some little babies eventually. I would like children, I would like a family of my own one day, but I would probably say, I mean, I'm 23 now, so I've always said that I'd like to be qualified in my qualifications for work before I have any children. So probably at least I'll probably be about 30. But like people say, you can't put a time limit on it, or you can't say, okay, at 30 I'm going to be pregnant, because I don't know. So I don't know how life's going to take which way life is going to take me, but hopefully about when I'm about 30 or so. You plan on living in Wiltshire forever. Fun fact, I haven't actually always lived in Wiltshire. If you watched my very first video on YouTube, I did mention this, but I used to live in Devon. Absolutely love Devon, and I do also love Wiltshire. I don't know if I will live in Wiltshire forever. You never know how life's going to take you, where it's going to take you. But I do like living here, and obviously all my family are here. Jason's family are here as well. The only person that isn't here is my dad and my stepmom and my gran. They live in Devon. So I love going back to Devon when I visit them. I wish everybody was close together. But yes, I don't know. Probably, but who knows? You're close to your family. I am. I'm incredibly close to my family. I have 2 siblings. I have a brother and I have a sister, and I also am very close to my cousin. So on my mum's side, basically me is not complicated, but it kind of is complicated to explain, but myself and my brother have the same mum, but we have different dads, and myself and my sister have the same dad but different mums. So my cousin on my mum's side, it was the 3 of us growing up. I am the baby of the family. So my brother's 9 years older than me, and my sister is 7 years older than me, and so is my cousin. But I've always classed my cousin as an extra sibling. I always see her more as a sister. We've always been really good. It's actually making me feel quite emotional because I haven't seen her. Oh my god, my cousin Tamara is going to laugh at me for getting emotional. Yes, I've always seen her as more of a sister than a cousin. We are super close, and if you ever see me mention anything about my nephew, that is her little boy, and I just adore him, and well, I adore all my family to bits. But yeah, we are really close family. More so on my mum's side, like I said, my dad lives in Devon, so we are close. But it's hard to be really close to someone when they are so far away. I do wish he was closer. But yeah, overall, yeah, we're such a close family. We always talk all the time. So at the moment, I'm really struggling not to be able to see them all, and I'm going to stop being emotional now. But yeah, it's really difficult not to see everybody at the moment, where we are such a close family. And actually, my brother lives next door to us, so yeah, I guess we are very close. You're super organised. I'd probably say that I am super organised actually. I love to have lists. I love to know what I'm doing at what time. I love to plan. I'm such a planner. I always have been. I think I get it from my mum. My mum is super organised. I always remember when we used to go on holiday, she always used to write a list. I think she still does now, of what she was packing, and I do exactly the same thing. I'm such a planner. I just love to have a plan and know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. So lockdown at the moment is not doing me very well when I don't really know what I'm doing and when. You're actually really shy. This is an interesting one because in some aspects, yes, and in some aspects, no. So I'm confident in some situations, but if I'm put in a situation where I don't know people or I'm not familiar with the situation, I am quite shy then. I'd say that I'm probably quite shy to start to get to know me, but once you do get to know me, I'm quite confident. So I guess in some aspects I am shy, in some aspects I'm not. I think it ties in with my anxiety that I'm always worried about what people think of me. So in that aspect, yes, I'd probably say I am actually quite shy. You love your family very much. That relates back to what I was saying before. Yes, I absolutely adore every single person of my family, and like I said, I just miss them like crazy at the moment, and it makes me emotional, so I'm trying not to talk about it too much. You're a relationship person. Yeah, I guess I am. That isn't to say that I jump from relationship to relationship, because I'd like to think that I don't. But I like having a partner. Obviously, it needs to be the right person. But yeah, I'd probably say I am a relationship person. You're good at saving money. I am. I don't know if I'm more so now because I work in finance and because I'm training to be an accountant. Obviously, I'm analysing accounts and money. But yeah, I am quite good at saving money. I'm always thinking about money coming in, money coming out, etc. So yeah, I would like to say that I am good at saving money. The only thing is, obviously, I moved out over 3 years ago now, and I was in rented until I moved here in with Jason. So in that aspect, I wasn't good at saving money, because renting, you're not saving money. It's very hard to, especially when you live on your own like I did. So yeah, but overall I would say that I am good at saving money. You want children in the next 2 years? Absolutely not. I absolutely don't want children in the next 2 years. Obviously, you know, you can't tell what's going to happen, but I take precautions for that not to happen. Let's just leave it at that. Most expensive item you own. Now, would a car include in that? Because obviously I own my car, so that's probably the most expensive item. Otherwise, I love a designer handbag, especially Michael Kors. I've got a lot of Michael Kors handbags. I love going to Bicester with one of my best friends, Lou. We love going up to Bicester and buying handbags there. So probably actually, I've got a Mulberry handbag that I bought in the Mulberry factory shop a couple of years back. That's probably my most expensive item that I own apart from my car. You don't really drink alcohol. Yeah, that refers back to my point before when I was saying about not enjoying going out. Yeah, I don't really drink alcohol, to be honest. I went through a stage of drinking wine at home on a Friday night, but I don't really do that, to be honest. People that I live with always laugh because I'll open a bottle of wine, like I opened a bottle of wine on my birthday, which was the 10th of April, and it's still open now in the fridge, so I guess that kind of answers that question. You don't speak to many people from school. No, I don't really. There's a handful of people that I do speak to from school, but I think that's just the way it goes. You grow apart, you go in different directions. Some people went to uni, some people obviously didn't. I was one of them that didn't go to uni. But yeah, no, I don't really speak to people from school. I think you grow different, like I say, you grow in different directions, and you don't all like the same things, so you don't have the same interests, etc. So yeah, no, not really. You've had lip filler? No, I haven't. I think you can probably tell from my lips that I really haven't had lip filler. I do think about it sometimes, just because I find with my top lip in particular, when I smile, it kind of disappears. But I probably wouldn't get lip filler. I'm not sure it would suit me, but no, I definitely haven't had lip filler. You prefer where you live now to Devon? It's so difficult because I love where I live now, but I also loved where I lived in Devon. I find the beach really calming. When I'm feeling anxious, I just, that's my happy place, is the beach. Although I say that, but I actually hate sand. Like, I absolutely hate sand. People always laugh at me for this because I just hate sand. I can't stand the thought of sand on my feet. I've always been like it. My mum used to say that when I was little, they used to have to carry me across the beach onto a towel because I wouldn't walk on it. And I don't really like going in the sea either, but I love going to the beach. I like sand at the top. I like the waves. I think that's what it is, the calming sound of the waves. So where we lived in Devon, the beach was like 15-20 minutes away. So I do really miss that, and I've always said that when I'm older, if I'm lucky enough to be able to, I'd love to get like a holiday home or something down there. My parents actually have a holiday home near in Devon, near where we used to live, and I love going down there. So if I'm lucky enough when I'm older, I would love to be able to get somewhere down there, because Devon will always have a place in my heart. But I wouldn't say that I prefer where I live now to where I live in Devon. The only thing is, obviously all my family's here, apart from my dad and my gran and my stepmom. But yeah, majority of my family are here. So in that aspect, yes, but I just love the place where we used to live in Devon. It's so nice, especially now I can drive. It'd be nice to be able to go to the beach rather than it being like an hour and a half drive away from where it is now. You don't like tattoos? I do. I do like tattoos. I actually have a tattoo. I'm smiling about this because not all of my family know about it. So anybody that's watching that didn't know, hello, I have a tattoo. I've had it for about a year, or nearly a year. I do like tattoos. It depends on what kind of tattoo. My tattoo is quite small, and it's meaningful. I've always said that if I was going to get a tattoo, I would get a meaningful tattoo. So yeah, I do like tattoos. I personally wouldn't get a big tattoo just because I don't think it would suit me. I've also always said that if I was to get a tattoo, it'd be somewhere that I could cover, which is mine is. I could cover it if I wanted to, if I felt like I needed to. So yeah, I do like tattoos. That was a long-winded answer, and I've now just exposed myself to all my family that didn't know I had one, so there's a fun fact about me. You'd never move back in with your parents. I don't think I'd never say never. Preferably I wouldn't. But if, for example, if we didn't live here and I was still renting, I would probably want to move back in with my parents for a short while just to be able to save up so we could save for a deposit rather than renting. But I like my own space. I like being independent. Not that I couldn't be at my parents' house, and I love my parents to bits. I've got, like I said before, I've got the best family. I've got such a good mum and stepdad who I used to live with. Yeah, probably not. Just because I'm so used to, having my own space, being so independent. I've always been independent. So yeah, I think we have such a better relationship now as well, now that we don't live together. I think that's just like anything, because you're so on top of each other all the time that I think it's, yeah. I'd probably say yeah, I'd probably never move back in with my parents, unless I needed to, obviously. You're afraid to open up to people. And I've also got another one that says you're reserved. In a way, yes. I am afraid to open up to people in a sense that I get worried that I'm going to be judged. And I am a bit reserved just because I always worry that like I said, I've mentioned this before, but I always worry about what people think about me. So I'm reserved in that aspect, as I don't want people to, I think if I say too much, then people may think, they might form an opinion of me and they may not like me, and yeah, that would just send my anxiety off. So yes, I am reserved and I am afraid to open up to people. You only want one child. I actually had this conversation with Jason last night. Not that we're planning to have children, I think I've made that quite clear through this video. No, I'd like to have two. If I'm lucky enough to have any children at all, I would love to have 2 children. So yeah, I would prefer not to have one child, but obviously you don't know what you're going to be given. If I might not be able to have children, I might be able to have one and then maybe not be able to have another. I don't have any underlying issues that I'm aware of, but you know, you never know until you get to that point in life. So yes, ideally I'd like 2. And I also have a funny thing about odd and even numbers. So 3 people, I'm just a bit strange like that. So yes, in the short, I'd like 2. You look like someone who uses lists. I do, I love a list. I did mention this before when I said I was organised. I absolutely love a list. I find it easier. I always use a diary for work. So I list out what I need to do for that day. I just find it easier, and also it's nice to have the satisfaction of ticking it off. So yes, I always use lists. I always use shopping lists. When I go, like I said before, when I go on holiday, I always use a list as well. And then the final one is you love your job. Yes. I don't love how stressful it can be at certain times. So at month end, you may have seen this on my Instagram stories, it gets quite stressful at month end. I think that's just across the board working in finance. But yes, I do love my job. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing something that I enjoy. I kind of fell into it. I didn't mean to go into finance. I was just doing administration and I kind of fell into finance. But yeah, I guess I do love my job, although to an extent. Obviously not everyone loves their job all of the time. Apologies if the angle was just changed, the camera cut out. I think I ran out of memory. So yeah, that is all the assumptions that I am going to answer. It's not a question, read out, respond to, I don't really know, for today. But please keep an eye on my Instagram story. That's where I'd kind of ask for those kind of things. Like I said, I've left it in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and also leave me a comment. How are you all doing? And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.